Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by for your monthly tarot insights for the month of August. I want to run through a few things really quick just before we get started. First of all, anytime you come to see a general reading, what you should expect is that this reading, not every little bit of it is going to apply to you in just exactly the way that it comes through. Some of it may not apply to you at all because it is a general reading, and so I'm going to be picking up on a lot of different energies for each sign. So there's going to be different stories coming to me, kind of getting mixed up and jumbled, and hopefully making a lot of sense to you, but you should not expect that it's going to be exactly right on just for you, okay? Next thing that you need to know. What I'm looking at for these readings is a particular life cycle that you're going to be going through during the month of August. And so life cycles, I've seen them last as long as 20 minutes. I've seen them last as long as several years. Life cycles, really, their length depends on your willingness to embrace the lesson or experience and move forward with it, or your resistance to that lesson or experience and moving forward with it. So it really all depends on you. When I'm looking at the life cycle, I'm going to be looking at some information that kind of sets you up to have the lesson or experience. We'll look at the lesson or the experience itself, and then we will look at the fulfillment or ultimate fulfillment of the life cycle, and that comes up as a result of integrating the lesson or experience into your life. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for you guys for August. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's jump into your readings. Hello there, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by for your monthly tarot insights. The first card that I have coming down does talk to me about your environment, and your environment is any place where you have energy or effort invested. Usually that comes up as home, but I have seen it come up as work or school as well. So what we have coming up for your environment for this particular life cycle is you're not very happy in your environment right now. You're not liking it. You're ready to have another environment. That's what actually shows up. Subconscious leanings talks to me about that subconsciously you're really thinking about, oh, wouldn't it be so good if I was just on my own? If I could just have some me time. If I could just go to the bathroom without the kids hollering through the door that they need something. Just an example, but subconscious is really working on how can you get yourself some me time or some self-care, some time to just really take care of yourself without being interrupted or without having other responsibilities barge their way in. The next thing I'm looking at is two different things. First of all, your learning style, and secondly, your communication style. Learning style right now, I really think has a lot to do with experiencing things as it pertains to this life cycle anyway, that you are in somewhat foreign territory when it comes to this life cycle, and so whatever you're learning, you're just kind of learning as you go. As far as communication for this life cycle, I think that you are saying a lot more through body language than you are through actual verbal communication when it comes to this. You're not really doing a lot of talking. You're being pretty quiet, but I feel like your body language is probably a little bit more expressive than what you actually realize. Next thing that we have coming up does talk to me about your work. Now, this is the work that you do to make a living. This can also be things that you do if you're retired or you don't actually clock in somewhere at a job. This can be things that you do every day that are your everyday things to do, your everyday chores. This also is going to come up as your own inner work, those things that we do to improve our own character. So what we have coming up, Taurus, for you for work is that you're feeling a little bit bored. You're kind of feeling like you're in a bubble, like you're not being challenged as much as you would like to be at work, that what you're doing is very ho-hum, anybody could do it. This is your view of it now, not somebody else's, that anybody could do what you're doing, and you are just ready for a new challenge. You're ready to do something different. And then as far as inner work, I feel like you have that ho-humness at work is sort of reflecting in your inner work. You have this restlessness to move forward, and that inner work has to do with how do you create a way to move forward. So the next thing that we have is that part of your personality that's being grown or expanded right now through this particular life cycle. What I'm looking at is telling me that you guys are going through some pretty major changes in your own life, in your own perspective about things, and how you want to do things, and how you used to want to do things is not very similar at all to how you want to do things now. It's almost like you're kind of outgrowing some kind of situation in your life. To me, this very easily could be work that you're outgrowing, and you're really trying to figure out, okay, how do I spread my wings? What do I have to do to spread my wings? Now, the next thing that we have coming up talks to me about those things that you stand for. What I see here, excuse me. Taurus, I think you find yourself in a situation where you are trying not to set your sights too high. You're trying not to hope for anything super good. And I feel like the reason you're doing that is because you feel like, well, if I set my sights too high, then I'll be disappointed. If I set my sights more realistically, then I won't be disappointed. I'll get more of what's realistic, and it'll be fine. Interesting thing to stand up for. Let's see. How people perceive you. This is really an awesome card, actually. This is talking about that people see you as somebody who knows how to make things happen, that you kind of know how to motivate the team and really get things done. This is really actually quite the good. People see you as somebody who's a go-getter and somebody who can unify and make peace with the people around and kind of get everybody pushing in the same direction to meet the same common goal. All right, so lesson or experience for Taurus for this life cycle. What is this for you guys? I feel like you guys really want to partner up with somebody else. And if this is talking about work, then this would be getting a different job. Or if you own your own business, this would be working in collaboration with somebody else. And I feel like you are successful in partnering up with somebody else, but I do think it takes you many attempts. I don't think the first person approach is going to be the one that you just partner up with, whether it's an employer or whether it's, you know, somebody you're partnering up with for your own business. Let's see. We have a huge breeze blowing in. I just think it's going to take a lot of attempts. You're going to be contacting a lot of different people and making these offers or proposals to a lot of different people before you have somebody who takes you up on it. And once they do, I see this as being something that is successful for you. Looks like you may be partnering up with more than one person here, maybe even more than one company. But I do have some things coming out of this partnership. First of all, what do I want to start with here? I think out of these two people that end up partnering with you, I think you've got one that is very much into the tangible, very aware of the money, the finances, the material goods that it takes to do whatever it is that you want to do. This person knows how to make things happen with tangible stuff. And then you've got another person over here that you're partnering with that thinks more on the emotional side. For some of you, this first person is going to be a male, the tangible person. And then this other person may be a female for some of you. I don't like to nail down genders, but I do have a more assertive, aggressive feeling the tangible-oriented person. And then the feelings-oriented person does come across to me as more feminine energy. And this feeling person, I think, is someone who he or she really doesn't express well what their feelings are, what they're hoping for, what they're wanting from this partnership. So I think there are going to be some adjustments made with this partnership as you go along between the three of you, because I really see three people. I see you, Taurus, and these other people, these other two people involved. So I think there are going to be some adjustments that have to be made later on, because the person's going to sort of come out with how they feel sort of after the fact about how you're running some things or doing certain things. And so just expect to kind of be on your toes about adjustments that are going to have to be made in this partnership as you go along. Now, ultimate fulfillment of this does come up as really acting in a way that is probably not the most productive for yourself when we get through this ultimate fulfillment. And I feel like part of that is these two partners that you've lined up with. I feel like you've got one pulling you this way and one pulling you that way. For some of you, it's going to be your job and your significant other. And your job is going to be the pentacles thing that's more grounded in the material. And then the emotional thing is going to be the partner. And the partner is going to be not happy about some of the requirements it takes to do whatever it takes to do in the workforce to get things accomplished. And so you're going to have this pull dichotomy where you're kind of the person stuck in the middle being pulled by both sides. And so I think this really, it throws you off your normal game. I think you're used to your significant other really supporting you in a much more strong and stable way than this, and so that's kind of throwing you. And I feel like you're doing some things that are not showing your best side because of this pull. So there may be a little bit of white lies or not telling the truth about things just to keep everybody in the mix as happy as possible here. So you know, this could be knowing that you're going to be having to work, 10, 12 hours, 14, 16 hours during the day, whatever it is, and yet telling your fiance or your significant other or your wife or your husband, oh yeah, I'm going to be getting off work at 3, and then later on, oh, it's taking a little longer than we thought. Oh, don't keep dinner for me. That kind of stringing them along. It's just a little bit longer, because you don't want to tell them, yeah, I knew I was going to have to put in 16 hours today, because you didn't want to hear them lose it emotionally. So I think there's going to be a little bit of, I don't think this is going to necessarily be handled in the best possible way, just because you are trying to make everybody happy here, and instead of just going with the honest route and letting people just deal with the truth as it comes up, you're just kind of trying to keep everybody as calm as you can all along the way by feeding them little tidbits of information sort of as you have to. So anyway, Taurus, that's what I see for you for that particular life cycle for the month of August. I wish you the best of luck with that. It does look like business-wise they're moving forward anyway. So, maybe that significant other can come on board once you start seeing the paycheck, or he does, I don't know. That would be for another reading. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic month, and I'll see you back. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before. Completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that, or to teach them that, or to pass that on to them, or empower them with that until I become a Reiki master. And so I was looking into a Reiki master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. what I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. um, but if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small. So there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.